This TMS talk is the final one from the conversation between Steve-O and David Choe on the Steve-O's Wild Ride podcast. It is a comical bit of banter that I feel sheds some much needed light on the mind-body-spirit connection and gives a much-deserved shout-out to the great Dr. John Sarno. And without further ado, here it is.
And, so these are people that are medical professionals who abuse the shit out of painkillers and propofol and, all these things.
Oh, ketamine's a big one too, man. Like, all the veterinarians are fucked up on ketamine.
Right, and if you talk to any one of them, they'll tell you, they're like, it doesn't cure the problem. Like, it just numbs the pain. It just redirects pain. And you're, like, literally exactly the same. Your whole body. So you're not treating the cause of it, So a lot of, and this is the part where I lose a lot of people, there's, when you watch, like a lion almost kill, like, a deer in the wild, right? Like, it's, like, this close, right? It, like, almost kills them. And then the deer survives, and like 3 seconds later, he's like at the pond, like chilling with his friends, like nothing happened. So that's every animal. Every animal almost survives, dies every day, and they just go on with life, and they don't become drug addicts or whatever. Mm-hmm. Humans and dogs are the only animals that some fucked up shit happens to us, like it happens to everybody, and then we carry it for the rest of our lives.
In your brain.
Yeah. So there's
elephants. They never forget, and you gotta break their spirit to train them, and I think he fucked them up, like, but then again, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just what people tell me, so I've done all these, like, trauma release exercises that, like, and, like, old pain from, like, 20 years ago coming out, and so, after talking to these pain doctors and spine surgeons and whatever, because I have, like, the shitting thing, the IBS, going back to the shitting once again, and all these, like, chronic issues, I started hearing about Dr. John Sarno. He wrote this book, Healing Back Pain. Howard Stern talks about him a lot. He passed away, but that book...
Oh, I remembered Howard Stern talking about John Sarno.
Yeah, so it's about, and I'm nowhere near the person that, I just started doing it, so, but I started, like, talking to the pain, because, like, when I realized some shit was happening in my body, the IBS, like, okay, let's just stick to the IBS because that's what I have. It's like, fuck, there's the van. Shit, this is happening. There's the wild ride sign. I'm about to, it's like, fuck, I hope I'm interesting. All this, and then that manifests with, you gotta take a shit. Because if I gotta take a shit, then I can hide in that room and I don't have to, So what's going on there? It's like social anxiety, the fear, and then what does that link back to? So I threw my back out a few months ago, and I was just like, this is like some old man shit. I'm 45, I'm a middle-aged man, like, I'm like, I got access to all this medical care, I'm like, I'm gonna have to get surgery, and I'm doing all this stuff. So I started reading this guy's book, and I'm like, I'll be honest, I didn't finish reading it because I'm like, just that's how I read, back and forth. And so I'm reading different chapters, I'm taking what I want, leaving out some shit, and I started talking to the pain. I was like, what's going on? Like, how come people who know me are coming into my room going like, are you talking to someone right now? Like, you losing your mind? And I'm literally talking to the pain like, hey, it's cool, man. You don't have to do this to me. Like, you don't have to. And I swear to God, I know I'm going to sound like a quack. The pain left me in like less than a day. Like, it just, like, I could walk, I couldn't even, it was like that pinched kind of feeling where every time I walked, my legs felt, and I was like, fuck, man, I must have moved wrong or picked up a box wrong or something, and it just left me, and I've been applying that, because if you believe, like, painkillers work, right? You take a pill and it redirects so you don't feel the pain. So if a pill could do that, there is a way, if you do a lot of meditation and mental stuff, like, you could do that just without the pill, right? It's a lot more work. So, that's where I think one of the hardest things for you and me both to say is no, right?
Awkward?
No, not really.
Hey, you never know, huh?
No. It's just what it is.
It's still recording, right?
Yeah. Thank you guys for... This content has been created with the sole intent of educating about, increasing awareness around, and deepening the understanding of the mind-body syndrome, and more broadly speaking, the mind-body-spirit connection. To hear this clip in its full context, please visit the original media source. And to learn more about the mind-body-spirit connection, you can visit howtosayfupolitely.com. Until next time, love your struggle and remain free.